Hello, welcome to the third video of my series about the journey to a more ethical gambling industry. I'm on a quest to see if the gambling industry can be ethical. If you want to know more about it, if you haven't figured out yet what this is exactly about, you can go check out my other videos and my content on Substack. Link in the description. The third video, but this is about week 3 and week 4 of the journey. Why? Well, because last week I attended the Ethical Gambling Forum in Leeds, the UK, and yeah, frankly, just didn't get the time to make a video. And and this week I'm not going to wait till Friday because I'm taking a couple of days off to spend time with my family. So yeah, putting 2 weeks into one. Quick update. What is this video about? Well, let's shortly want to share some thoughts about the Ethical Gambling Forum and the many interesting conversations that took place there. What my latest Substack article is about that I published yesterday, and yeah, some other work I'll be doing. I've been working on, and let's see what else will come along. I tried to make this video a lot shorter than last week's video. Last week's video was way too long, and that's clear by the amount of views it had. Very few. So yeah, trying to keep it in the 10 minutes window. Ethical Gambling Forum. Many conversations, many topics, many panels, well organized, a beautiful location, venue at the Flutter office, Flutter UK Ireland office. And yeah, overall, not going into all the different panels, there's just so much content. Go check out their website to check out the agenda. And I think most of it was recorded, so I assume they will be publishing some of that content in the following weeks. But overall, yeah, I can't help but concluding that there is a lot of beating around the bush. Look, I've attended quite a lot of conferences over the last 3 years and listened to conversations about responsible gambling and compliance and ESG and how we have to reduce harm and the good things the industry is doing. But it's a lot of repetition, very little original things were said. And I just can't help but noticing that a topic that I think is crucial is part of the root of the problem is the commercial aspect, the profit maximization, the default business culture of neoclassical capitalism, the Milton Friedman doctrine, business is business, the business of business is business. And I think that creates, that's where the problem arises. When you objective is profit maximization, then having to take care of preventing gambling harm is an inconvenience because the harm, the compulsive players, the people spending more are the ones that bring in big part of your revenue, and um, and this we know, but for some reason nobody talks about it. Why doesn't anybody talk about it? Why am I not talking about this at these conferences? Why, when there is a panel about ethical gambling industry or what is ethical gambling, then nobody dares to mention that this is maybe something we should talk about and share ideas on. Um, I feel that, and it's just, I feel this, I've had this conversation many times. The moment that I criticize the neoliberal capital mindset, the shareholder capitalism, then people quickly get defensive because it's what we've learned to be the default business culture. This is just especially in the Western world, this is how we do business. And we're all just think that this is normal and this is okay and this is how it will always be. Um, but I think that's wrong. That we should challenge this idea. But if we do, then people are afraid, and I've been heard told like, "Oh, then you must be a socialist, and you must be a capitalist." Well, I'm not an expert on this topic, and I'm not an anti-capitalist, and I'm not anti-profit. I just know that there is a big spectrum on how economics can be organized, and on one end we can have the capitalist ideology, and on the other hand maybe the socialist, communist ideology, and there's a lot in between. And a lot of people have thought about this, written about this, spoken about this, and I really can recommend a lot of great sources for that if you're interested, or you can find them yourself. Um, but the, this won't change is just it's not true. It can change, and I think it should change, and I think we should talk about it. So that is what I miss at the conversations, and well, that's also great segue. What the last Substack article is about. So it's the third article. The first one was the prelude. The second is the intro, and now we're actually starting to go into the conversation. And chapter one is about gambling. So what is gambling? Why we gamble? And if gambling is bad. And the main idea is no, gambling is not bad. Gambling is not inherently bad. It's the relationship that people have or the reasons why people gamble that could be good or bad. And it's good when it's entertainment, it's bad when it's a deal for coping or when it's a desperate desire to win a large sum of money in order to change your life because, yeah, frankly, a lot of people live in circumstances that are tough, and more money could solve a lot of those issues. But yeah, if you think gambling is going to solve those issues, the odds are not really in your favor. And then the main argument that I'm making there also is that because that's the player perspective. From a business perspective, if profit maximization is your goal, then it creates, you're incentivized to create problems and perpetuate those problems. If entertainment is your goal, then profit can be just a means to an end. And here I elaborate on the philosopher Immanuel Kant and his ethics, where the main idea is that you have to treat people as an end in themselves and never as a means to an end. So, clear in this example, if profit maximization is your goal, then people being addicted to your product is a means to an end. And it's just a nice an inconvenience that they suffer from harm, uh, but it's good for your business. See, that's where there's a conflict of interest. Um, yeah, so that's what the article is about. Go read it. Link in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you want to have a conversation about this, I'm very eager to have that conversation, to be challenged on my ideas, and yeah, I'm looking for people to do this on a video call or maybe on a live webinar on LinkedIn or something to yeah, to explore this topic further and hear what other people think about it. Because this is just me; these are just my ideas, and I like them to challenge them and through the conversation see if we can come to different solutions, different approaches. What else I've been working on? Yesterday, I started for a new client. I'm doing for him a new duty of care survey, something I've done in the past already twice for a client, casino.nl, now for a different Dutch affiliate. And yeah, really having fun working on the methodology and creating a good template because after the Netherlands, I'm also looking forward to doing this survey in other markets. So if you are either an affiliate or operator or any stakeholders who's interested in doing an extensive duty of care survey about operators within a certain jurisdiction, then I'll be happy to help out with that. And yeah, then we can also compare data between different countries and work on this benchmark, which is what stage 2 is about. So this all surveying, auditing feeds into the big database that I'm building for Better World Casinos. That's gonna be essential for the next stage. Okay, I'm over 10 minutes. I've been rambling enough. I hope you like my content. If you do, like, subscribe, share, and links in the comments. And gonna stop talking. See you next time. Have a great day. Oh, and if you gamble, don't just gamble. Gamble responsibly and for fun. Okay. Ciao.